How we doing?
2 days, what do you see on the quarterback so far?
You see some good, you see some bad. We're working our way through it. The one thing you see though is a great attitude out of the guys right now, and we're throwing everything at them right now. We're throwing a ton of scheme and things like that at them right now, and so to speak. I mean, everything's new to them. From taking a snap under center to the terminology to just a lot of different things. So they're handling it with a great attitude right now, and we're excited about where this thing can go.
Is there with Gunner, is there a difference between what you saw on the film versus what you've seen over the first 2 days?
I see a lot more of him. See a lot more of him now. But he's a kid with a ton of talent. He's got a big arm, can make all the throws across the field, can really push the ball deep, things like that down the field. So we're excited about him.
When you
Yep.
introduced this idea of taking a snap from under center, did you talk to the guys about like, hey, when was the last time you did this, and what was their answer generally?
Yeah, there were some conversations about that. Just kind of figuring out if they had done it any time in their past in high school or even maybe
Had they?
before that. Yeah, a lot of them had at some point in their career. But everything's somewhat new right now to everyone. And that's just one element of it, I guess. But they're doing a great job, and we're on. We just made it through day 2 of spring ball, so we understand it's a process, and the kids they got a great attitude right now, and they're working their tails off, and that's all we can ask of them.
Your thoughts on how Will has done? Just impressions of him.
Very impressed. Very impressed. Got a nice command of the offense already after 2 days. Really sharp kid, and talented, and he's able to make big plays with his arm. Again, got a strong arm, can push the ball down the field and make all the throws. He's athletic enough to do some things with his feet. Throws the ball in time, has a nice release. We're really impressed with Will right now.
What are your thoughts on Kevin Doyle? He hasn't had an opportunity really to do much in his first few years here. Is he looking at this as like a chance to prove himself?
Yeah, I mean, I think he is. I think they all are. Again, kind of like taking the snap under center. I mean, it's new for everybody right now, and I think everybody's competitive juices are flowing when they get out here, and everybody's trying to put their best foot forward, and we've been impressed with that part of it.
Jed was saying the other day that a lot of these plays you were supposed to take a 5-step drop, but he doesn't want the quarterbacks to be sort of counting the steps
Sure.
in their head. Have you noticed any sort of, I don't know, like hesitancy, or it seems like guys are thinking a little bit too much out there when it comes to that stuff? Or where are they at with
I think again it goes back to just everything being so new to them, and there is a little bit of that learning curve of not having to process it, and just kind of once we've done it enough, it'll just come second nature to them. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. We know there's a curve, but at the same time, we're not kind of taking it easy and just kind of giving them that leeway, I guess. We're expecting a lot. And I told the guys after practice, we're going to coach them hard. We're going to coach them hard and expect them to get there as fast as they can. So we can't waste a day. You can't waste a single rep out here, whether it's team, 7-on-7, individual. In the second we get out here, all 3 hours, we got to get the most out of.
How important is quarterback mobility in your system?
I think it's always important. I think it's important to have that ability to scramble and get some first downs with their legs on third down. It kind of opens up some schematic things where you can do some different nakeds and things like that of that nature, and get the quarterback on the edge. And you don't have to be perfect from a play call standpoint, and the quarterback can get out of trouble with his legs. It's always a nice thing. So, but the arm is always the most important. Obviously, is being accurate with the throws and taking care of the football and making sure that we're ultimately, their job is to move the team down the field and make sure we're scoring points.
Time for one more question. We talked a lot about the quarterbacks being under center. What about the centers that haven't been snapping the quarterbacks, their movement, their feet movement, making sure they're not stepping back and stepping on someone's toes? How difficult is that, or how have you guys tried to work on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great point, because like you said, a lot of them haven't snapped the ball either with the quarterback under center with their hands underneath there. So, I think literally there's so many things that are so new right now to these guys, and you have to start with that. You have to start with the technique, and to taking great pride in getting the technique right. And that's why the beginning part of practice is so important, because if you don't have that, you don't have that base, the plays aren't going to come. The plays and the scheme will come. It really starts and ends with we got to have great technique, and that's where it all starts, you know, in the huddle, and then making sure we're great at the line of scrimmage with the CQ exchange, and calling our cadence out and making sure that, you know, no pre-snap penalties and things of that nature. That's a huge part of it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.